Hey everyone, hope everybody's doing well. I am back on my camera, so the audio should be good. Because for whatever reason, the audio when I just record myself talking to my camera is actually pretty good. My onboard computer mic, which is a really nice microphone, I had the settings all messed up, which I just need to fix. So I do apologize for yesterday's video having rather crappy audio. I just didn't want to re-record it because I like the content, and I hadn't posted in a little bit, so I was like, hey, whatever comes out, I'm just gonna post, and so I just kind of went about it that way. But in today's video, I kind of want to talk about how I adjust my programming and how I do it, because I had someone ask when I was in the gym yesterday, and I was like kind of sitting there thinking about what I wanted to do in the next workout. He's like, do you like write your workout day to day? And he was just asking about it. But you know, when I do my programming, I think about it more in an abstract sense. So when I start to get very specific with what I want to do, as far as like the weights or the exercises, I tend to just, like, I do it well for a couple days, but when you start extrapolating out essentially further and further, it's harder to pick exercises that are going to feel good on those days. It's pretty easy to know what I want to do tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, but it's hard to know what I want to do 2 weeks from now. And what I find is that as long as I have a general routine to my program structure, so you have higher volume at the beginning of the week and higher intensity at the end of the week, as long as that general kind of theme is there, then you find exercises that fit into those themes throughout the week that kind of work on different things that you need to develop. So when I mean abstract programming, what I mean is that when I am thinking about the exercises that I want to do, or the progressions that I want to do, or the things I want to peak for, I don't think about the percentages or the exact exercises. I think about what needs to occur by the end of that, and just kind of almost work backwards from there, and think about technical issues that I have and how to work on those, and kind of just plan, but be open to adjusting the plan. For instance, even today, you'll see I actually did bench press, which I haven't done in a while, but went really well. But even with that, with the bench press and rows at the end, I was planning on doing 5 sets of 5 of both. But when I got to it, I was like, 3 sets of 5, that will be fine. And then on the last set, even after planning on doing 3 sets of 5, I was like, I'll just see if I can do an AMRAP and just push, and was able to even do a set of 10. So, like, I don't even know, like, sometimes my programming can be all over the place, or at least based on what I plan. I don't think it's, that crazy within the workout. But even with the snatches, I was going to do snatch plus 2 overhead squats, and I was like, nah, let's do 1 overhead squat. And I was only going to go to 80 kilos, but then I bumped it up to 100. And same with the power clean front squat and pause jerks. I was only going to go to, I think, 100, but then I bumped it up to the 131 that I did. And it's just like, you have to be able to adjust during the day or during the workout and between exercises in order to maximize what you do on an individual day, depending on how you feel and how you're moving. And I try to really be objective with how I feel, and it tends to be a pretty good indicator most days, that when you kind of adjust things based on how things are moving, how your body is feeling, and then you can kind of push yourself in different ways and like bump up a little bit, because the goal is always to be able to lift more weight. So if you can lift more weight with good technique without, having to get crazy hyped up, then you should always kind of push towards that. The danger is obviously, if you miss a lift, or if you have to get too hyped, and it could have an impact on later days in the week. But as long as you kind of have that mindset of, here's what I plan on doing, and, in the back of your mind, you're thinking of, well, if I feel good, like, maybe I can do a little bit more than that. But knowing that, like, if you go a lot more than that, then that's going to have an impact on the next day of training. And for me, since I train most days of the week, if not every day of the week, it's important to kind of mitigate the damage I do to myself day to day, so I can continually train at higher levels and keep the neurological intensity down, in the sense that I don't want to get super hyped up every single day of training, because it wears on you and you start to move slower and not as well. So if I'm able to kind of remain calm, and like, obviously you get focused up on the lift itself, but if I'm like, having to hyperventilate and do a lift, it's not gonna, it's not bad to do, because you kind of need to do that when you're maxing out or going to very heavy. But if you're doing it all the time, then you get tired all the time. And it's important to have days where you focus on moving well, that you push yourself a little bit more than what you think you were planning on doing, and being more conservative, because you can always do more the next day, and pushing yourself where you can, but having that plan and knowing what direction you want to go. And that's kind of the essence of abstract programming, is knowing where you want to go and being able to push towards it. But that's it for today. Talk to you all in the next one. Peace.